Have I ever told y'all how much I love horror at Valentine's Day? I absolutely did, but let me reiterate, I love it. Horror at Halloween? Fun. Horror at Thanksgiving? A little more fun, controversially. I just feel like they save the scarier movies for fucking Thanksgiving, I don't know. But horror at Valentine's Day is always something special, because it's almost never the super serious ones. Is it a parody? Is it just poorly written? I don't fucking know. Either way, I'm having a good time. Welcome back, and once again, thank you for trusting me with your full spoiler movie reviews. That thing I do where I watch movies and then I tell you all about them. As always, I am unpaid and unsponsored. And spoilers, all the spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, you can go ahead and scroll. I won't be offended. Spoilers. Okay, here we go. This is 2025 film Hard Eyes. And if you saw the trailer and thought Hard Eyes, that's basically just My Bloody Valentine. Kinda? Like 75%? But I mean, unless the slasher is in fact a booger monster, like the scary sinister guy, or Jason Voorhees, they're all pretty much the same. So I don't think we can hold that against them. Anyways, so what's this about? For the last 3 Valentine's Days, this deranged maniac guy in a mask that has heart eyes keeps showing up and fucking killing couples. One year was Philadelphia, one year was Baltimore? But this year, it's Seattle. Like, he murders this couple getting engaged, and the photographer in very brutal ways. Because, like, he owns a crossbow, and some of those throwing knives, and some of these weird clicky and arrows. And squishes a lady in, I don't know what it is, like a grain press? No, it was a vineyard, so it's probably like a grape pressy thing. I don't know, she got squished to death. Well, while all this is going on, there's a girl. For the love of God, I don't remember her name, but she meets a guy at a coffee shop, right? And she's having a bad day. Number one, because her ex done broke up with her like a while ago, and she's still stalking his Instagram. But also because she works for advertising at this jewelry company, and she kind of thought of a advertising campaign was love till death do us part for diamonds. It's kind of a cringy commercial. I don't know why anybody would have fucking greenlit it, but apparently nobody knew up until the commercial was already made and out there that there's been a serial killer for the last 3 years that comes out on Valentine's Day. Basically, she is told that once her contract is up with the company, she will not be renewed. And also, they brought in this guy to help kind of redo a campaign, and it turns out to be the coffee house guy. They have a business dinner, and it's not going well, and she runs outside to apologize. Well, it just so happened that her ex-boyfriend and ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend or whatever shows up, and she, like, kisses business dude there at the last minute. And apparently Hard Eyes was watching this whole time, and he was originally going to kill the ex-boyfriend, but they're like, oh, they've got passion, they've got chemistry. So Hard Eyes is like, I'm going to kill them. Well, they take an Uber back to her apartment, and she lost her key, so the business guy, like, breaks open the apartment front door so that he can let her in, because no key. And he hurt his hand, so they had to go up to her apartment so that she could, like, suture it up, because apparently she tried to go to med school. She doesn't like blood, so she dropped out, which that is a very expensive lesson to learn, but... Well, she accidentally left her dildo out, so she was going to hide it in her closet, and surprise! Hard Eyes is in her closet. How did he know what apartment was hers? I don't know. When did he get in there? I don't know. I especially don't know because he was at the restaurant with them, and he left after them. Like, did he hop on a bicycle? Oh, he couldn't just hop on a bicycle. He had a whole costume. How did he get into the apartment building if you have to have a key? Did he take her key? When would he have taken her key? I don't know. Anyways, they go running, right? And they end up getting separated. Well, business guy is in some kind of building. He gets knocked the fuck out. And then the girl keeps running and she ends up on the carousel from the commercial. And then they're fighting, and about the time the fucking police show up and Hard Eyes takes off, well, then they arrest the business guy because the business guy, I guess Hard Eyes left his mask and fucking crossbow with business guy. So they arrest him. And they're at the police station, and he's being interrogated, and then the power goes out, and Hard Eyes shows up. Well, he killed the front desk officer with the American flagpole, which I don't know if that was supposed to be homage for Freddy vs. Jason, but it always looks really cool. And then he kills one of the detectives from business guy's interrogation, because there's 2 detectives that have been on the Hard Eyes case this whole time, and they're legitimately called Hobbs and Shaw. And I just remembered, while the main girl was, like, sitting in the fucking lobby at the police station, the fucking IT guy asks her out on a date and then just leaves because she said no. Well, Hobbs is the guy detective, and he gets killed. And then Shaw comes out, and we hear her shoot at Heart Eyes, but then we never see her for a while after that, so we don't know if she's dead. Anyways, the main girl tries to shoot Heart Eyes, but she has awful fucking aim. Missed like 8 rounds worth, but it scared off Heart Eyes. So her and the business guy go running, and then they end up at it's like a drive-in Valentine's Day festival full of people. Absolutely stacked to the fucking gills with people. They decide to hide in this hippie couple's van who are having sex in the background. Heart Eyes is going around, he's killing a few people, he's searching for them. He opens the van, kills the hippie people, which was in the commercial. And then everybody around in the drive-in is starting freaking out and trying to run away. Meanwhile, he keeps slashing people. Now, here's the thing about drive-ins. They're full of cars. This is one singular person, I think. Nobody. There were people actively sitting in their cars and he's terrorizing them. They didn't turn the car on and try to run his ass over. Even if they didn't hit it, the next car over, or, all 90,000 fucking cars at this drive-in should have all turned on their fucking engines and tried to hit him like it's the fucking demolition derby. Well, what if I hit a pedestrian? Knees to chest, people, knees to chest. Do not actively run near the killer serial guy. It's a big ass open field. You can literally run in any other direction. But not one single person tried to run him over, and I am disappointed. Anyway, so everybody's running away except the business couple, because they're like, okay, he's just gonna keep fucking coming after us for whatever reason, particularly us. So we gotta finish this shit. So they go and they were fighting him, and then they stabbed him and he died. But they don't recognize him because nobody knows who the fuck this is. They're, at the police scene, and fucking Detective Shaw shows up. She's got an arm and a sling, but that's pretty much it. And so businessman gets in her car because she's gonna give him a lift to the airport because he has to go out of town for his best friend's wedding. No bullshit. We'll talk about that. And surprise! Shaw is Heart Eyes and now has him in a church all tied up. What, you thought there was just one Heart Eyes? No, there was a fucking thruppledom. And now business girl has to rescue him. But it's Lady Detective Shaw and the IT guy and apparently some guy that was just really obsessed with what they do and was following them around. And killing people was kinky for them. Literally, it was their fetish. It was a whole conversation. Mass murder was their foreplay. So I guess take that, Armie Hammer. Whatever, then they fight. And Heart Eyes dies. And 1 year later, business girl proposes to business guy. And she's going back to med school. The end. Now, did I like it? Yeah, it was fun. I can't tell whether or not it was supposed to be a parody. And the dialogue makes me want to be homicidal. Legitimately, the fucking dialogue in this is god-awful. And just about all of the cool death scenes were in the commercial, because there's not a whole lot of them. But, I can think of worse ways to spend my day. And worse movies to watch for Valentine's Day. I think I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I ain't mad at it. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen. We're not changing lives here. But it wasn't marketing itself as anything super serious either. Tarot did. How they're oh, it's supposed to be super scary. And then it was the dumbest thing ever in the history of ever. Speaking of which, bitch, February's halfway over. And we still don't have part 2 to The Strangers. Isn't she lovely? So 6 out of 10. Okay, bye.